Sac essentially allows ligaments to wrap over a bony prominence so that they're not getting scraped as they're going over that prominence.
Yeah.
That's really all it does. I mean, it's one of those other things, it makes you wonder, you're like, how does this happen? Like, how does something know to do that to make it so my body works better? You're like, how does this stuff
That's what I was saying when I seen this big, huge golf ball on the side of my arm. I was like, how did this happen? And why ain't this going down? So the way it's working, it's not going to absorb it.
Correct. Like, now don't get me wrong, in time it could, but a lot of the time you have to drain it to get it to finally calm down. In time it would, but when I mean time, could be months.
Yeah.
And part of it too is you would be also running into the fact that you're a very active person.
Mm-hmm.
You would want this compressed and not moving a lot. It'd be hard for you. So
I was doing the right thing by getting that.
You were. That sleeve is perfect. That's exactly what we need there.
Yeah. I've been wearing that over the past maybe 3 weeks.
No, that's perfect. It'd actually probably be a lot larger if you didn't wear that.
Yeah. So, okay. I feel that it did, and I have been icing it. So I would ice it at night when I was just watching TV or something. I'd set my elbow down and use one of those little pads, but it didn't do anything.
Don't get me wrong. You may need this drained a second time. It sometimes depends. Knees are really common where you have to go for 2 or 3. Elbows are usually 1 or 2. The size of this one, it's 50-50 if you're going to have to come back.
Okay.
We'll see though. We will time will tell.
It's not like an ongoing thing for the rest of your life,
no.
Though, right? Yeah. But if the hole's there, all I gotta do is just pop it again, right?
Don't do that.
Just.
Don't do that.
Oh yeah, I don't even feel it.
Really coming up.
I thought it'd be redder.
It can. Don't get too excited here just yet.
Okay.
You may come at it again, but from a different angle.
Okay.
Because sometimes you just gotta. They're not always straightforward. Sometimes you just gotta.
Yeah. Well, you're doing better than what I would be doing. Trust me.
No, you're fine so far. This is. I mean, it's coming out. It's draining. That's.
Yeah, I see that.
I'm gonna just come at a lower angle, see if that makes a difference. Sometimes it does, sometimes it does not. It just depends.
You want me to rotate my arm or anything?
No, you're fine,
okay.
just like that.
And what is that? That's just freezing?
That's cold spray, just so you don't feel it much. Tries to make it so it's a little bit more bearable with the poke. Now it's getting smaller.
I can feel it.
You can see where bubbles keep coming through where the hub connects to the syringe there.
Uh-huh.
So we know there's still a little bit in there, but not much.
On average, how much do you normally get out of there? Do you know? Or is it just...
The most I've ever gotten was on a knee and it was 80. So it was one of these plus 220.
Holy crap.
That was a lot. Now, I had someone one time that had one of these develop around what was called a pain pump that they had put in their back. It took off about 100. You doing okay?
Yeah, I feel it, but it's not terrible.
Yeah, you can feel that the fluid is basically out of it. You just got all the saggy skin now from being so swollen. That's the bursa inflamed, but
So around about what, 18 cc's?
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Huh.
Yeah,
Will it just continue to drain, or?
It should continue to decrease in size because you can feel now.
Yeah,
it's really
like I don't feel
skin.
the pressure now. Can I bend my elbow?
Bend it. You should feel better. It's almost back to normal.
See, I don't feel like that pressure not. Wow, that's crazy.
So this, if it swells back up again, if you're in the area, come in, we'll drain it again.
Okay.
Yeah, with these holes here, it may still drain a little bit.
Okay.
That sort of serous fluid you have coming out of there, not much. That fluid itself is, it's really just cellular fluid leaking out at that point, but you shouldn't have, it's not going to like, I would say like purulent drainage. You're not going to be like, oh my gosh, look at all this coming out. Like, you should be okay.
Okay.
But if it does swell again, let us know.
Okay.
Come in, we'll get you taken care of. That's no problem. Because then we just have to drain it again. But I don't think you're really going to have to.
So you would not recommend me trying it myself next time, just sticking it in?
Not personally, but I
It didn't look that
like
hard.
You already YouTubed it, you're probably going to try it. But
No, I'm not.
Really careful. So here's the thing. So you can see it's not complicated. For you though, it's a matter of like, you can like hit a nerve and cause some like neuropathy. You can hit an artery, like, you know.
Yeah, I kind of like my arm. So.
I'll be honest, most of the scary stuff's in the front. You only have a few things in the back you have to avoid, otherwise it may cause some issues for you. But I mean, it's not rocket science.
I kind of figure there's not much going on right there at the elbow.
There's really not. You've got a few nerves.
I agree. I would never stick anything in here.
Yeah, everything's up front there. I tell you, please.
You hit that artery?
Let me do it. But yeah, there's stuff we gotta be careful of.
I have banged my elbow so many times on things. It's
However,
crazy.
do I think you could probably tolerate it? Yeah, because you get pretty beat up with what you do. I mean,
yeah.
You'd be the type of guy that would try to suture yourself.
Yeah, if I had to. If I could reach it.
There's not a lot of people who would, but, you know, someone like you, I'm like, yeah, you'd probably try it. And I'm there with you. I'd be like, I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to suture it myself.
Yeah, I could probably take care of that.
And this is just a fancy Tegaderm bandage. It'll stick there with what you do, and it's just to cover those 2 holes that we made.
Okay.
Just take that off in a couple of days.
Okay.
Other than that.
So when should I get back in the water? I mean, probably, I'm guessing not today.
So those should close up by tomorrow.
Okay. So I'd be ready by the weekend.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Okay.
Only thing I would say is just pay attention to it. If you notice you're doing all the activities and like, man, this thing's falling again. Use your sleeve.
Yeah.
I'd use that for a couple weeks still.
Okay.
2 weeks. So not this Monday, but next Monday coming up. You're good. Take it off. If it swells though, come back in. We'll get it taken care of. As far as anti-inflammatories, just take ibuprofen.
That's what I've been doing. Yeah. Okay.
I used to compress it. That's it. And if you really want to, and you're sitting at home, just elevate. But it shouldn't feel tight. That loose skin or laxity with the bursa should get down. But as you can tell, you don't have the little fruit hanging off when you bend the elbow. But you will have some of that still. That should go away in about a week.
Yeah, that feels so much better now. It's almost,
That's it.
All right. Thanks a lot.
Hey, you're very welcome. My pleasure.